Hello, how you doing? My name is Wafa, and I will be doing Angie's nails today. We're gonna be doing SNS product. I just removed them off her nails. Took about 15 minutes. Real easy. 1, 2, 3. Boom, bang, boom. So I'm gonna be using the SNS product, like I said. The color that I'll be doing is a color that I actually made with a bunch of my other SNS colors that I do have. So we're gonna see how that comes out today. All right. So tell me, Ange, what has your experience been with toxic relationships, friendships, like not only boyfriend and girlfriend, between family and stuff like that, What happened?
My lipstick fell.
Oh. We'll get that.
We'll get that later. All right. Let me think. I don't know if I should start off with friends or relationships. Really?
Let's start off with friends because relationships. There's so many things to talk about a relationship, but friend-wise, has there been any toxic friendships that you've been in? That has, you had to draw your way from, that hurt you to leave them?
Actually, I have one friend when I was pregnant and I had my miscarriage. I had this one friend who apparently didn't understand that I was going through a miscarriage. Well, I had two actually. Didn't understand that I was going through a miscarriage and turned their back on me just because I didn't feel like talking. And they were like, oh, you're not a real friend because you're not talking to me. You were both bold enough to tell me that you were pregnant, but you didn't tell me that you had a miscarriage. But I feel like people handle things differently. I'm more of I like to stay quiet and deal with it by myself rather than, speaking on it. I wasn't ready to talk about it yet. So I had to get rid of it. That was my last breaking point with friends. Well, just people in general, because I was like, if you can't understand that I'm going through a tough time, you're not a real friend,
Exactly.
Because it took me how many after I miscarried to tell you? I don't remember.
I want to say it took you 3 months to tell me, and I didn't even know about you being pregnant.
I didn't tell anybody other than Saudi. And if I told anybody, it was because at the moment I wasn't drinking, I wasn't doing the regular routine that I would go.
But you see, with me, I'm the type of person that if my friend needs space, like I will call, check up on you, or I will send you a text. If you don't respond back to me, I'll give you another couple weeks, I know other people have lives, and that's what, it's so sad that, people, think, oh, because we're distant, you're not my friend anymore. No.
That was one issue with one of my friends. Well, the one I cut off.
Everybody has their own lives. We're in our 20s. Your 20s are, I've realized, look, I'm only going to be 26, and in only 5 years, I realized your 20s are a handful. 2 handfuls, if not. You're trying to figure out who you are, where you're coming from, where you're going. And it's do you really know who you are? And other people, like me, I haven't spoken to people that I've known from high school, from middle school, from elementary, but do I think that they're douchebags because they're not talking? No. You like a status, you like a picture, okay, cool. Not everybody got time to chill. People are traveling, people are working, living their own lives. It's a pain in the ass. But so keep going.
Oh, I forgot where I was at.
So your friend, what's it called? She got mad at you.
Yeah, she basically made me look like, I'm self-centered for what I was going through, and I was just like, oh, okay. So how about all them times you was on your suicide and I was there, That's why I'm like, the one time that I wanted some personal space and just wanted to do everything by myself, because that's just how I deal with it the first 2 weeks maybe.
Yeah.
She didn't understand. I'm like, okay, you can call me self-centered all you want, but I needed me time. As far as the other person, it was she like threw it in my face like, oh, you wasn't a friend enough to tell me that you had a miscarriage. I don't need to tell you at the moment, oh, I'm going through a miscarriage. The only person I knew was Isaudi, and it's the only person I told that I was in the hospital.
Yeah,
I didn't tell anybody. Of course, my coworkers, because I work with them. So.
Yeah, and you need your shift covered, but I mean, like, but honestly, it's your business. You have the right to tell whoever you want. And like, I get so irritated about like, oh, you're my best friend. You should tell me everything. Like, we're not in fucking elementary school anymore. We're not middle school anymore. We're not high school. We're adults.
Yep.
You know, life hits us in certain ways, and it's not that you don't trust the other person to tell them. It's just that at that moment,
everything's falling on you, and you're like, okay, where do I go from here?
Exactly. Like, I didn't tell the whole world about my car accident when I got into a car accident. Like,
I didn't even know about it until I saw you. I was like, really? But I didn't get mad at you. Like, oh, F you. You're not my friend for not telling me.
Exactly. Like, look, and it comes out when it's meant to come out. Like, like, that's why people, like I always say, some people are just ridiculous. Like,
definitely. That's why I was like, you know what? I need to cut these people off. I think that's the only time that I actually cut off somebody, because I was like, you know what? You burned your bridges with me, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because I've never had toxic friends like that.
And that's the shit. Is that like, we don't think, like, when we're younger, we don't think we have toxic people in our lives until we get older and we see them. Like, we see people for who they really are and how toxic people can actually be.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. And you know what's crazy? After I cut those people off, I kind of felt like relieved. And I was like, yo, if you ever feel relieved to cut someone off, then there was actually an issue there.
Exactly. Yep, I agree with that 100%.
It's the same thing with breakups. If you feel relieved from breaking up with your boyfriend, then something was wrong there.
And it's not even that if you feel relieved from breaking up, because there's like from my experience, like, there's a guy, like, I wish it would have worked out. I wish we never had to break up. But things happen, because after we broke up, it's like, yeah, it still hurts. Like, even after like so long, it hurts. But then you realize, do you want to be with someone that doesn't respect how you feel, or everything, like, when you talk about how you feel, it's a fucking problem? Or do you want to be with someone that, one day he'll come into your life and you talk about your feelings and they're like, all right, I understand, I got you, like, how about we do something this way, or what do you feel like we should do? You know what I mean? Like, it's not an issue. But I mean, we'll get into relationships in another minute. But is there like any other like situations, like, let's say back in high school, like, where the drama does start, that you realize what a toxic friendship is?
A toxic friendship back in high school. I feel like in high school it was people were just stealing each other's boyfriends and girlfriends.
That's true too.
I think that's the type of toxic you see in high school, because I probably had one person try to talk to my ex-boyfriend behind my back, and I took it personal. Like, I was just like, oh, hell no. And the relationship after that has not been the same after. So that happened to me from experience. Like, how dare you talk to my ex-boyfriend?
How dare you talk to him? That's so rude.
But mind you, I was dating someone else at that time. But still,
yeah,
it's girl code to me. Like, you don't do that.
Life goes to show you, there are people that will stay in your life forever. But there's also people that aren't meant to stay in your life forever. They're just meant to be lessons in life.
Yep, that's how I see it. You taught me one thing, now you gotta go.
Yeah, facts.
I don't beg nobody. You wanna go? You go.
Word.
Ooh, I do have a question. What was your worst breakup?
Worst breakup.
Your worst breakup.
Okay. my worst breakup, I want to say it was like emotional worst, or like emotional worst for me, or emotional worst for the kid.
For you. Your worst breakup.
Okay, so my worst emotional breakup was my previous one, where I like, it was just worse emotional for me. It wasn't even like the breakup itself, because it wasn't like fighting back and forth. It was like it ended, and I was just like, I didn't want it to end.
Mm-hmm.
And then we gave it another try, and it just ended again. Like, and it was just like, fuck, like I really want to be with this guy. Like, why doesn't he want to be with me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, am I wrong? Like, am I the toxic one? Like, what's the problem? But then you sit back, you realize that when the first time you do it, and like the first time I was drunk, I was, you know, drinking and smoking, you know, doing my bullshit, and I thought I was really the toxic one. I really thought it was me. I ended up going into therapy. I ended up getting help, like, you know, and then after, you know, getting the help, me and him ended.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, because he didn't want to work out problems with me, the problems that we had in the relationship. And it was just like, if we can't work out the problems, then we can't be together.
Mm-hmm.
So then a year goes by, we start talking again, and then you know on the low, you're like, we try again, like, you know, we try to see what's up, and it didn't work out again. And it was just like, yo. And then, but the reason why it didn't work out was because now this time around I was sober.
Mm-hmm.
So I call everything early.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not doing a number on me. We're not turning 3 years into 3 years again. Like, literally, it was 3 years that turned into 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, yo, what? You literally did everything that you did in 3 years in 6 months. And I thought I was a toxic one?
Yeah.
I set my boundaries this time. And I told him I wanted a healthy relationship. I communicated. I did everything I was supposed to do. And boom, same shit happened.
Mm-mm.
And this time I was like, nah, I'm not with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did something like the last week. Like, most girls ain't gonna offer you space.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I offered this nigga, I was like, you want space? Like, are you sure? Like, is there something wrong? Because this nigga switched up from 1 week to the next.
Yeah.
And not even from 1 week from one day to the next. And I was like, yo, what? And so, like, then it turned, like, then the next day I wasn't even getting calls or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Or even a text in the morning. And I was like, what did I do? Like, please tell me that I'm not crazy, that it's not something that I did, because, like, I haven't been doing nothing. I've been in quarantine. Like, I've been home.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't even been talking to nobody. And it just, like, then it just came to the point that I got fed up. I got fed up and I wailed out.
Yeah.
Because most girls, let me tell you, most girls are not going to do what I did. They're not going to be calm and collected and offer you, like, yo, are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, like, and then it came to a point where I was like, yo, do you still see me as your wife one day?
Mm-hmm.
Like, my nigga, we had a past of a 3-year relationship. And it was a rocky 3-year relationship. And I'm sorry, but when I start over with somebody, that 3-year that past doesn't just go away.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes, I forgive you for the past, but I don't forget. Like, and you can't forget, because you don't want to repeat the same mistakes twice.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to sit here and tell me, oh, just remember the good times. Like, I can't just remember the good times, because there was a lot of more bad times than good times. Like, there was a lot more arguments that went down. And this time, I wasn't trying to argue.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was dead trying to talk about feelings. Like, and look, I understand. He worked a lot. Like, so when he came home, when it came to, like, him talking to me, like, he was exhausted and stuff like that. But I'm sorry, when a real man works a lot, and even when he's exhausted, like, he doesn't switch up the way he talks to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'm a female, and I know this. I got 2 brothers. One's about to get married. The other one, you know, has a baby and is working it out with his baby moms. Like, and this is that I called my little brother first because I know, like, you know, he's been through this, you know, the same issues and stuff like that. So I'm like, yo, bro, in a male's point of view, such and such is going on. What do I do? And this nigga tells me, if he's not willing to work out the problems with you, because every healthy relationship has problems. And it's about working those problems out. And if he can't work out those problems with you, then leave him.
Yep.
Leave him. And that's what ended up having to happen. Like, I had to leave. And look, let me tell you, the way that conversation ended, this nigga was like, oh, I gotta go. And I was like, and that's what pissed me off, was when he was like, I gotta go. I can't talk. My nigga, I'm your girl. I'm supposed to be your girl. And you not trying to work nothing out with me? This is an important conversation we're trying to have. This is a matter of our relationship flourishing or our relationship ending. And you not trying to work out problems with me? That just goes to show me that in the beginning, when you talked about you change, was a whole lie. Like, that shit hurts. Like, so, you know, I just, and then he goes, I'm gonna call you back. So whatever. And I hung up. Nigga calls me at like, he calls me when I'm in the shower. So I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna pick it up. Like, I'm just gonna finish showering and I'll give him a call back. Called him back. Sends me one of those quick text messages, can't talk now. And I was like, well, you're the one who texted me. You're the one who called me. But okay. And I ended it there. I didn't call him back because he said he was going to call me back. I didn't call him back. And so it's been, what, a couple weeks now? A few weeks now? And we haven't spoken. We haven't talked. Of course, you know, I went through my whole stalking stage, you know, checking his social media or whatnot. But I just, like, now, like, I'm still hurt. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm still wishing, you know, he can even, like, I'm still like, oh my God, please let him call me. Please let him text me. Like, I want to see where this goes. But at the end of the day, like, I know it can't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Because if I do go back to him, if things do end up happening again, like, what's the point? He didn't change. He's not going to change. I changed. I changed a hell of a lot. Like, from the way I was a year ago to now, bro, you know I changed. Like,
everyone changes.
Shit.
You're not the same person in 3 months or 6 months or a
no,
year.
some people are still the same people. And it's sad. And that's what I realized. That it's sad. That people don't grow, don't change, don't take that time to really... Like, I understand people are like, oh, I'm happy with myself. Like, you know, I'm never going to change myself for nobody. Like, it's not about changing yourself for anybody. What it's about is growing. Being more understanding to another person's needs. And if you want a relationship with somebody, working out those demons. Like, like I said before, every relationship got problems. Like,
every relationship.
And, man, like, honestly, I have to say, because till this day, that shit hurts. Like, it hurts because I know deep down, like, in my heart, I want to try again. I want to fucking make it work. But in my head's like, you got to give it up. You got to give it up. Because he is not what you need. He's what you want, but not what you need. And at the end of the day, I guess, you know, maybe one day when he's, like, really old, like, he'll realize shit. But... like, and right now it's just it's not there. I mean, he's doing his thing, you know, he's talking to other people, he has his other people, which he can tell me, he can swear to me that he's not, but I know he is. I'm not stupid. I know the type of man I got involved with. And when you went 3-year relationship with somebody and you get back to that person and you see that they haven't changed their attitude, you know exactly that they're that same person still. So, that was my most heartbreaking relationship. But I'm working through it. I'm healing through it. I'm dealing. I did, one of those. I've been doing, the things I need to do to heal and let go. Like, I'm not out here trying to look for another relationship or nothing like that. But I am out here to have fun. Like, I want to have fun. I want to enjoy life, but, like, not have fun where, like, people think I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to enjoy life. I'm trying to travel. Like, and who knows? Like they say, you never really move on from somebody until you meet somebody that you just stop thinking about them. And I guess that's when I'll know. But I also got my own shit I gotta deal with, so that always trumps, me crying over somebody.
Yep. I was dating some guy.
It makes you laugh now, though.
No, it makes me laugh now because I'm like, yo, like, why did I even date you? It sounds messed up. I'm sorry.
For real, I feel you.
So we were dating. Okay, so the way we met, it's so funny because every girl was like obsessed with him. Like he was this new kid to school or whatever, and everybody was like, oh, he's so cute and such, and I would just be like, he's alright, nothing crazy.
Those are usually the girls that end up with them.
Yes. And then he went through a sad situation, and I kind of felt bad, and I was like, okay, cool, let me go be there for him. And then I was like, hey, I heard about such and such, and then we started talking or whatever. I thought he was cool. I guess we both thought we were cool, and we ended up dating. And since we're in the same school, you see them every day, right? Well, I'm the type of girl that I like to have my friends' time, You go have your men time. I don't care. Do what you gotta do. And it got to the point where I was with this guy almost every freaking day. Weekends. I would go to school, leave school with him. So there was no time to breathe. Yeah. I would be with my friends, like girls, talking, and he would be right next to me.
Oh my god.
Or he'd want a kiss every freaking minute. Every minute. I don't mind kissing, but when you're asking for a kiss every 5 minutes, it's like, bro,
calm down.
Calm down. I'm not going anywhere.
Word.
We're around my friends. Like, come on, stop. I think there was even a day where I was like, yo, go chill with your football friends. Like, come on, like, you're not... Go chill with them. No, I'm okay right here. And I was like, okay. I feel so suffocated because the next year comes and he's literally switched to some of my classes, I believe.
Oh my God.
I don't know how it turned out that he was in some of my classes, and I was just like, wow, like, I can't do this. So, of course, I didn't want to break his heart. I said, can we go on a break? And hell broke loose.
We were on a break.
Exactly. And I'm just like, damn. It got to a point where he almost punched me in my face.
Oh no.
When we broke up, he literally followed me in his car walking home. And he wanted to talk. It was just so bad that I was just like, wow. I've never done. I think that was scary because I'm just and hopefully a lot of people don't figure out who it is because I'm probably embarrassing him. But I was just like, no, I can't do this. Like, this is just too much. And when I tell other guys this, they be like, oh, you're messed up for that. How am I messed up? Like, to me, it's like, yo, like, as a partner, you're not supposed to be that suffocating.
Yeah, definitely. Like, look, I'm a clingy girl. I'll tell you that off bat. Like, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. Like, yes, I'm clingy. But also, like, there comes a time you need your friends. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Okay, like, all right, I understand, chilling with your man, like, let's say you live with them, right?
Yeah.
So I understand,
Do you mind if I take this little skin off? It's like just skin.
So, yeah. Like I understand, like, you need your time to, like, with your friends, like, I don't even know how to explain it, like.
It's just a natural thing, like, you need your girl time. I understand your partner is your best friend, but you also need
like
some like time away from that person.
It was like when I was dating that kid, and me and you like were friends, and I wasn't even go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it was like if there's a problem if I went anywhere. Like,
yeah,
you know, it was annoying.
Yeah, but I also have a worse. I wouldn't consider a worse breakup, and I don't even know if I should be talking about this, but it's like, you know, when you meet someone.
Mm-hmm.
Happened to me, and it's a situation that I'm pretty sure a lot of women go through.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, everyone has kids, right?
Yes.
So that's normal. Every female has kids. Men have kids. So sometimes you just happen to meet somebody who you feel like it's, you know,
they're vibing.
Yeah. You're cool with them, and you're like, oh yeah, he's cool. I feel like I can be myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then they hit you with the, I have a kid though.
Yo, okay, some shit like that also happened to me, and like I'm sitting here thinking, oh, this guy's nice, you know, we vibing, and then hit me with I got 2 kids, and I was like,
nope, you gotta go. No, but this one, it was more of a we connected, so it's like, okay, cool. Once I found out he had a kid, I was like, oh, you gotta go. Like, I can't do this shit. I've done it once and it didn't work out. And I'm not about to do it again, you know? What happened there is, because me and my baby mother don't have nothing. And then time passes by and then they start acting funny. And you're like, okay, so what's going on here?
Yeah.
I feel like everything comes to the light, like all the truth comes to the light, like
definitely.
So I feel like that was exactly what was happening. Everything kept coming up, and then he told me that he wasn't with her, that they didn't live together, or anything like that. And then one time, a video pops up with him brooming the household. So it's like, bro. You told me you was single, you wasn't with the baby mother, and it turns out that you've been with the baby mother
the whole time. Yeah.
And you got caught not only that, but on video. So it's like, what more proof do you need? And when you confront that person, it was like, they had nothing to say. No, they actually had nothing to say. It was
what? Nah, at least they didn't lie. Fuck it.
I was just like, oh my god. Of course, I flipped out and, you know, I was pissed off. But you know what
who wouldn't be? You know what I mean?
You know what it is? Like, I told you the other day, it's not that it hurt because of feelings. It hurt more because you trust the person and you're open with that person. And you're like, okay, I'll let you in. You met my best friend's parents. Remember I said that through messages?
Yeah.
Like, I took you to my friend's house, and it's like, bro, like, I don't do that so often, and if I'm gonna bring you around, it's because, you know, I want you to, you know, to get to know who's around me, what's around me, how I deal with my friends. Of course, I'm like, yo, if I introduce you to my friend's parents too, it's like, bro, I expect you to not lie to me. And I was like, yo, I'm hurt because I brought you around all these people and they got to know you, and it's like, how can you, like,
how can you be a dick about it?
To you, your friends might not be shit to you, but my friends mean a lot to me. So for you to come along and just get to know each one of them, it's like, bro, like, I feel like you broke my trust. Not only that, but I brought you around people that I knew I should have never brought you around, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, whatever. But I think that was like the most, I wouldn't say emotional because, you know when you have a heartbreak and you feel that in your gut, that you're like, fuck, it hurt. Not this one. This is more like, wow, I did trusted you, and
it's more like the lack of respect.
Exactly.
Ew.
Matter of fact, now that we're talking about that, the whole baby mom thing, it actually happened to me twice. Remember?
Oh my god, yeah.
When he started acting different, and I was like, what the hell? And then like months later, I found out that he's having a whole gender reveal, and I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Last time I remember, we were together around 5 months ago. Well, 4 months.
Oh my god, yes, now I remember. I was thinking, wait, Which one? Like,
Oh,
what
did
guy?
you happen to like cheat on me or something?
Like for real?
That you got this girl magically freaking pregnant or something? Like you definitely cheat. Like that shit made me feel like okay, something's wrong with me. But I know nothing's wrong with me because I'm like yo, like.
And that's what I hate the most. Niggas make you feel like it's you.
Mm-hmm.
Like no, bro. Like. And that's what I realized, yo, it ain't me.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, yo, I ended up texting him saying, oh, congratulations on the pregnancy. I was like, no, watch. He never wrote back. But I actually texted him on Father's Day, and I was like, oh, happy Father's Day. He was like, oh, thank you.
You know he was happy as fuck.
Oh, I don't know. I really don't care. It's you know, for some reason, that didn't even hurt me either, because it's like, bro, for some reason, you just don't take those serious.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, okay, but you lied to me, you know? You whole cheated on me, basically.
For real.
But whatever. Cool. I don't know.
It's weird. Like,
relationships, period, are weird.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how people just, I don't know.
You don't, like, and sometimes you don't even know yourself. Like, how did you end up with that situation? Like, it's just like, but you know what?
Like, I could have been smarter than that.
Exactly. But you know what? It's also like how they say, you know, God puts you in situations to show you what you need and what you actually didn't want. Mm-hmm. What you thought you wanted, but you actually don't.
For some reason, after everything that I've gone through, I feel like once you fuck up with me,
yes,
it's like, yeah, you gotta go. It don't matter how much it hurts.
Yes.
Like Like, now I'm just, now I'm able to be like, okay, screw you. You're blocked.
Yeah, like, you know.
I want nothing to do with you.
Like, I still got patience, don't get me wrong.
Oh, I have patience right now.
But what's it called? Like, also I also don't have patience for the bullshit.
Really?
Please excuse my dog, guys.
Yeah. But
he sounds vicious, but he really isn't.
Relationships are weird, bro.
They are, but you know what? I can't front. Like, I say I don't want a relationship right now, but I kind of do. Like, you know, I'm ready to settle down. Like, I know I'm only 26 and I still got a lot of things to learn and a lot of places to travel to, but I want somebody that I could connect with, you know, like on a mental level, on a physical level, like, you know, somebody who's not going to judge me or somebody who can communicate with me, you know, like, and not want to stop communicating with me.
Yeah, but in order to communicate, you gotta comprehend the person as well. Comprehension.
Well, definitely.
Not everybody has that. That's the thing.
Where, like, and another thing is listening.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of people listen. Like, they look at you like they're listening, but they're really not.
Mm-hmm. Like, remember we had that talk on this day on Friday at 3:40 p.m.? Huh?
Yeah, we're like, huh? What?
What was this?
3:40 p.m. Don't you remember? I just gave you a time.
Mm-hmm.
Business. All right. Let's get to business.
Let's get to business.
Okay. So as you can see, her nails are all nice and clean. Very clean, very clean. So now we're going to do the bond. I don't know, can you see? Well, the bond. So what the bond is like a dehydrator for the nails. So it takes out all the extra oils just to make sure the nails are nice and dry.
Smells like what's it called? Nail polish and acetone, like
that's kind of what it is. Okay, and then we start with then we go between the super gel base. Can you see that? No, that's the SNS brand, the super gel base, and the Super Dry Sealer. We got the gray top, you know, the green top. So what the gel, the Super Gel Base does, it's what helps the SNS powder, dip powder, stick to the nail, and the what's it called, what the Super Dry does, it helps the it's what seals the powder together, so it's strong and it's not loose. There's no fuzzies or flares. And I'd like to just start with like half the nail first, so the tip of the nail is protected. And then do the whole nail.
You see Joe.
So we are all done, finally. All right, check them out. So that it turned out to be like a mauve color that I made, you know? I mean, can't really see too well. Let's see, hold on. Let's try it this way. So, shoot. You see the color?
Oh, yeah,
it's like a nice mauve color. All right, folks. So that's all.
Until next time.
Until next time. 2 more weeks. Every 2 weeks, SNS done.
With the conversation.
Yes.
Interesting conversations.
All right, so let's do.
Pretty gang, she a pretty thing and she bang too. Damn girl, you killing shit with blood on them high shoes. Damn girl, you killing shit, I swear I think you pyro. Killing them red bottoms with your gang.